How's it going, everyone? It's Liam Caddiston here with episode 21 of season 3 for Brooklyn Nine-Nine. So yeah, before we do get into this episode, I do want to talk about the future of Brooklyn Nine-Nine, as we are, of course, 3 episodes away until we do conclude things for this season. And it's going to be in a positive manner. There's nothing to worry about in regards to the future of reactions to Brooklyn Nine-Nine. But yeah, I have been heavily considering the prospect of each week reacting to 2 episodes of Brooklyn Nine-Nine, more so back to back. So for those who don't know, recently, and it's more so to 2-parters really, recently I have been doing stuff where I've watched, you know, episodes back to back. For example, the first 2 episodes of Charmed season 4. Of course, that was more so advised, and that was because they were compiled into one big episode. But it's not the first time that I've done something like that, because I did it for Xena for my Patreon exclusive. I did it for Once Upon a Time season 5, and you know, I've got a good feel about it. I got a good feel, like, just reflecting on those 3 examples. And obviously it's going to be something that I'll be utilizing more for, you know, I guess non-Brooklyn Nine-Nine related shows. So, yeah, but more so for 2-parters, really. But because this is like 20 minutes per episode, that's basically, combined 2 episodes together, that's basically your full, your average episode, isn't it, in terms of what I usually watch. So it is something that I have been heavily considering as we are, of course, approaching the end for this fantastic season. So yeah, but just wanted to throw that out there, and something that will potentially get people excited for the future. So yeah. But yeah, with that said, why don't we get into this episode of Brooklyn Nine-Nine? It's episode 21 of season 3. Let's go.
On here, doesn't she go to like an adult puzzle camp every summer?
Yes,
she
but
solved
please
it,
don't bring
didn't
that
she?
up. I've been throwing out her mailers.
Guys, if those 2 aren't here, I'm thinking we must be in the wrong place.
No, trust me, we're definitely in the right place. I'm 100% sure about this.
Oh, guess we solved the puzzle.
Oh, we did. Oh, we did?
Remember, the only people we can trust with this information are in this room.
And Genevieve. We can trust Genevieve. We share a life. I tell her everything.
Fine. The people in this room and
Oh, okay.
Genevieve's mom also knows, but she's in a coma, dead any second. We're good.
Wow!
Unfortunately, we can't just arrest figures because there's a man inside.
I mean, I could be scary.
Oh, yeah. I watched Jeopardy with you, and you're a straight-up psycho.
Thanks, babe.
I'll take awesome girlfriends for 500, Alex.
I know you're being sweet, but don't disparage Jeopardy.
Okay.
All right, listen up.
You're not gonna try to convince us my body being pulled out of a manhole after a couple days sewer bloat. Now squint your
Oi.
eyes and look at Hitchcock.
Oh!
I believe we found our corpse.
You positively glow.
Hitchcock
How do you
being
feel?
the sacrificial lamb?
Smother somebody in their sleep with this thing. Pregnancy's dope.
Whoop, 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 whoop. That big old womb is not a weapon.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
Good work. You really look like a corpse. And I'm not even wearing makeup.
Time of death.
You're selling this, Hitchcock. You're
Now all I
selling
have to do is
this.
sign
Good
this
job, bud.
corner.
All this sneaking around is exhilarating. I can feel the adrenaline coursing through my body. Coursing.
Isabel Cortez, welcome to your new home.
Oh,
It's gonna be fun.
Really? What are your weekends like, Diaz?
All right. It's time, detective.
best left unanswered.
Stay in your lane.
Hey, you're that cop who arrested me 3 years ago in Brooklyn.
Oh, shit. It's a bust. It's a
Baby
bust.
Santiago, you're going to prison.
Oh, shit. Well, money where the mouth is, right?
I
Badass.
don't know. Is anyone gonna buy it? I mean, do I look pregnant?
I mean,
I'm gonna split you like a Sunday with Grandpa, bitch.
okay. Hey, the bitch part was great. Yeah. Although mean threats generally don't involve having desserts with your grandparents, so just try again.
Keep telling me what to do and I'll stab your face
Oh,
off.
okay. I was gonna say, maybe grandparents make the best meals.
Now, here's the plan.
Can't
Instead of
disrespect
you
your
approaching
grams.
Maura, we're gonna get her to come to you.
Yeah.
Sad about. Pimento's gonna come back, we're gonna get married, and we're gonna have sex on Figgis's grave just like we planned.
Wow.
Cool honeymoon.
Yeah, very,
If you're not
very
in
cool.
prison, you can help us. We're gonna throw a fake funeral to draw out our FBI guy.
Good plan. I always thought it would be funny to kill somebody at a funeral.
Also, you're gonna have to play the grieving fiance.
What?
So you may not be sad, but you're gonna need to look it.
Name is Joe. Could we call him ScarJo?
ScarJo. Never heard that before. I like it. We'll use it. Now, funeral assignments. Gina and I will
Scarlett
go shaking
Johansson.
hands and checking for the telltale.
It threw me off there for a second, not gonna lie.
Are you sure you want to be on the receiving line? We just all came in separately and then started chatting. You know, breezy stuff. The Bachelor's a television show. Andrea Addison's at it again. I too am avoiding gluten.
You see Amy? How is she? Great. She just got lunch, double helping of spinach. Baby's gonna love that folic acid.
You are so strange.
Yeah,
This is
yeah.
the first time eating in the.
I'm on the outside of the prison. Unless your name is Texas State Penitentiary, Spring Valley Unit.
Oh, this is bad.
Oh.
I can't believe I'm gonna say this, but you should have sat with the Hotsies.
Oh. No, I think that was real bold there for Amy.
Guard said I had an appointment. I've made it through 20 years of adulthood without scratching my butt in public.
Amy.
Okay.
Come on. Come on. Come on.
Come on.
You'd be. I mean, it would be on brand for Amy.
Hello. Thank you so much for coming. High five. Detective Pimento didn't want us the inside of the thumb webbing. Gina came up with an artful solution.
I'm very
Of
sorry
course.
for your loss. Get some.
Get.
The system works.
Look, yeah, you know, I'm not gonna find flaws in this logic.
I don't know much more than.
Seriously? She was at lunch. She didn't have a weapon.
She had a fork. That's like 4 tiny shivs on a stick.
Was it plastic?
What the hell?
Socks are just a noose waiting to be braided.
Oh, he's getting too
Everything cars like a
worried.
throwing star.
Suspicious, so you can't come running in every time I'm in the same room with her, okay?
Yeah, because
Okay.
surely she's gotta think
good?
that something's up now.
Yeah, we're good.
This is so sweet. Now kiss her belly.
Oil.
What's his deal today?
What? Take off your gloves and show us your hands.
It's not gonna be him, is it?
No Scar. He's just a glove-wearing freak.
He's not
with beautiful
ScarJo.
hands.
Why did he run then?
He's a pickpocket. I guess the bereft are easy targets. Also, Scully, here's your wallet.
Trust. I trust her to stay out of danger, and she trusts me not to interfere.
Oh!
my God,
Oh
she just
no!
pushed Figgis into the garbage.
Oh, it was. Oh
I must
no!
interfere.
Oh, she's stepping up. Oh shit!
Showing my unborn baby how an ass gets kicked.
A lot of people heard me say that your baby's blood type is OG.
Yeah, you're a pretty terrible doctor.
I was gonna say
know
that's
how to
not
get
a.
things back on
I don't think that's not a type.
Hey, Cortez. You're late for
Could
your
have just said
appointment.
A.
Quit touching me. I don't need checkups every 2 seconds, you dimple.
Do is give a convincing eulogy.
Roger that. Memento's dead. Thanks for coming.
Yeah, you have to sell it.
It's just gonna suck for a while.
Speaking from honesty.
It's nice to know there's a room full of people who it sucks for too. I'd also like to add, the next person who hugs me gets their neck snapped.
And she's back.
Yeah, there we go.
Your process. Am I hitting on anything here?
The roof thing sounds pretty good.
Very well, let's throw something off the roof and then we'll get back to work.
What if it hits
High
someone?
five. I quite like them now.
Yes, we got Holt on board.
Even better.
Nice job, Cortez. Oh, I touched your boob. I gotta tell Jake.
Not a doctor.
Why is he making it weird? I swear, him and Genevieve, something weird has happened between them two. I don't know, for some reason Charles was acting a bit more erratic than usual. I don't know. I'm just getting that vibe today. I don't know. It's the prison life. It's just an uncomfortable area, which obviously it's no Orlando. It's no Disneyland. I was gonna say Orlando, Florida, or whatever, but it's no, Disneyland or Happy Trip or whatever. So, of course, it's going to be very, very concerning. But yeah. I mean, we had Jake for the majority of this episode just being absolutely bricking it because he wasn't tough enough, as he put it. Which you can understand. I mean, this is prison at the end of the day, and this is Figgis' sister. so she is like with Amy, she is really trying to prod that wasp's nest, isn't she? And understandably, that's going to get your significant half, or significant other, should I say. It's going to get them worried, and you know, it's like with a jump scare or whatever, you know, those fake outs and whatnot. You're just expecting something, and then the jump scares. Like you have those fake outs. There's no jump scare, and you flinch because you kind of expect it. It's kind of like that. It's a terrible analogy, but any time that Amy, you know, tries something that even is minutely, I guess, risky, it's still enough to have Jake in a state of panic. Hence why she kept having to go back to the office, even if it's something minor. Like, yeah, so yeah, great stuff. I do like the idea that, obviously the vibe at the last episode was, okay, are we going to be stretching this over the course of the final 3 episodes? Because, obviously there is still that unresolved situation with the FBI agent, and that carried over into this episode, especially with the fake funeral, which turned out to be a little bit of a bust, but hey, it's gotten people convinced now, so you'd expect someone would be, you know, peering over like, I guess he's actually gone, but the show still goes on. But if I'm guessing, you know, someone's gonna probably watch from a safe distance. They probably know, okay, well, we might get ourselves in hot water, but we want to make sure that, okay, they are doing a funeral for Pimento. So yeah, so you know, you'll probably have ScarJo on the rooftop just with the binoculars, like, okay, he's dead. Okay, cool. No doubts now. And yeah, it was pretty fun stuff. Like, especially in regards to Rose's development. Obviously, emotions can be a very challenging subject for her. She's very hardened, and something like this, especially for something that's not real as well, it can be very hard to put on a convincing act. But obviously, if ScarJo was in the room, you just have to nail it just in case. So otherwise, that's going to arouse a whole load of suspicion as well. But it was really great stuff as well, because there's no knowing when this is going to get resolved. They have a duty to adhere to, and they owe it to Pimento to solve the situation out. But they don't know how long this is going to take. So yeah, I feel like it was really great when she gave that eulogy, and there was a sense of reality there in regards to her feelings, because there is in her mind that kind of reality that I don't even know when I'm going to see him next, or if I'm going to see him again. So it was great that she tapped into that moment, really, where it became real for her, this situation where it was upsetting about the fact that you know, he couldn't return to her and all of that, and that they don't know when this is going to get resolved. So yeah, I mean, it's still a very interesting dynamic, isn't it, given the fact that they got engaged like weeks after Pimento made his debut. But it was really solid in terms of raising the bar for Rosa. So yeah, but yeah, I really loved the whole like that whole bit as well. Like, even with the fake out of the pickpocketer, I just love the fact that he was like, well, like he had such a calm demeanor, and then of course when he was in a more open space, obviously he would run. He's not gonna trip over like that guy he had to skirt past. He's not gonna trip over his leg. So yeah, but I don't know. There was just something on his face that was like, well, looks like that. Well, I'll just find another way then. Screw y'all. So yeah, But yeah, and the high five thing was just really, really neat. Because it works. The system does work. Yeah, it's a bit unorthodox and all of that, but you know, at my funeral, I don't want. I don't want to talk about my funeral because like that's gonna be years off. Touch wood. No, but it's like for me. It sounds wrong to say it, but it's like the prospect of a wedding. I don't want it to be typical. Go have that little pizzazz or whatever. So yeah, I'll just deviate from normality because you know, with me being engaged, talking with the fiance, I don't. We've both come to the agreement. We're not gonna do a normal wedding. We're gonna break certain traditional rules and all of that, and it's gonna be the same with the funeral. So, high fives, yeah. But it works because the handshake, yeah. Especially if you're like, it's not gonna arouse suspicion whatsoever. You're just gonna look at it. You're not gonna get a clear enough view. You're gonna have to like tilt your head. Yeah, that's not going to arouse suspicion whatsoever. So the high five works. It's a bit of an unorthodox situation, but yeah. But yeah, we had the whole Amy going undercover situation. I mean, it's interesting because I do get why Amy might think that. Well, nobody finds me terrifying. That might be a bit, that might be a bit upsetting, but surely Amy knows out of her and Rosa's the one to bring out a bit more fear, I guess. So yeah, she is at least pushing those boundaries further and further. So that's really, really great to see. But obviously this is also a very, very serious situation, and they need the best people aligned to the best roles, really. And Rosa did have that nailed until Figgus' sister was like, "Hey, I recognize you. You busted my ass," basically. And yeah, we had to go back on the drawing board on that one. So yeah, but I think Amy did pull through. This is a situation where you don't. It is a very, very risky situation, of course. With the whole prison situation and Figgus' sister being a bit notorious. So it is understandably not an occasion where you want to test the waters. You've got to bring your A game, and I think Amy did pretty great. The only jeopardy was Amy being called to the office countless times. That's, surely to one or two people, might not be Figgus' sister, but those who are watching this whole situation go down, there's surely got to be someone who's going to put two and two together and think, okay, something doesn't smell right here, and it's not the prison food. So, yeah. But I can understand why Jake might be feeling a bit worried with the whole situation, because he's gonna, like I said, he's gonna look out for his significant other. And yeah, Amy might not be the most terrifying person in the precinct. Not to say that she doesn't have the ability to invoke fear. But like I said, with Rosa's situation, Amy is what they had to rely on. They couldn't exactly rely on Gina, especially with the fact that, well, A, she was already occupado, and B, I'd like to see that go down. It would go down terribly, I feel, but I think Amy was the next best option. Because Amy can bring out a little bit of the terror, so, yeah. But still, even if Amy was the only option, it doesn't mitigate or diminish whatsoever Jake's worries. They're still valid all throughout, because it's a very, very terrifying environment, and you're having to watch on the other end, try not to blow the cover, Amy, poking the bear, really. And any second now, it's that adrenaline, isn't it? It's kind of like on that roller coaster. And you're just waiting. There's the anticipation, especially when you're at the top of an incline, and you're about to go down any moment. It's like, is it going to happen now? Is it going to happen now? Is it going to happen now? It's basically like that with Jake in terms of watching Amy go through this whole debacle with his sister, and he's tightening those insecurities the more he keeps interacting with Amy and having her go to the office, because you know, any move made whatsoever, it's gonna have him panicking that something bad's gonna happen, because it only takes once. It can potentially take one slip up for something devastating to happen. But I think overall, this is more so about Amy and her being capable, her being able to showcase that she can pull this off, etc. Obviously, Jake's emotions was getting more and more in the way, and that was more apparent for him in regards to those feelings throughout this episode, rather than, you know, considering what Amy could do. But at the end of the day, Amy's got this, and I think some of the retorts she had was just pretty mean. So there you go. And she was not afraid to get her hands dirty. So obviously Jake was like any time that she posed a threat to, she presented herself to be a bit of risk in regards to you know, potentially being stabbed or whatever. He had to step in. But Amy, she feels confident. She feels like, you know what, I know the dangers, but I've got this. No need to doubt me whatsoever. And looks like all is going well. So I'm expecting things to fall apart next episode. Don't get me wrong, especially if we're incorporating this over the course of the next 2 episodes now. But I just have to wait and see. So far, Amy's winging this. She's doing good, and I have faith in her. So neat stuff with this episode. So I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I will see you guys next time. Toodles!